Right, outside Old Trafford, just seen United beat Young Boys 1-0. Joe McGrath, yes. Is there anything to be smiling about, mate?
I don't know, we all came out like, we just won the game, but it didn't feel like a victory. It was weird. Obviously we sat with you guys and throughout the 90 minutes, it was just that 0-0 stagnant, getting the ball into our area and trying to make the most of it, but nothing paying off for us. I mean, I don't want to slag some people off, but I didn't realise Lingard was on the pitch till the 50th minute, even though I sat with you at the beginning and we read the team news out and we looked at that front three and we said, them three should be making absolute terror for that back four, Young Boys. And they just got lost in it. I thought Martial, for me, I don't know if we disagree.
I'm not having this.
Martial was class today.
Right, I love Martial. I love him. I love Martial. And I will stick up for him. He was not very good today.
He was good today. I thought he played well. I honestly thought he played well. And he was the only one tracking back as well and getting split stuck in. And he was positive. Fred was a positive. Shaw was a positive. Love that time when
Fred was a positive before he got bloody took off. Why did he get taken off?
I really don't know why he got taken off. But that 0-0, the whole thing there about it not feeling like a victory, it's just something that we go into the next round and you need to change. 0-0 on the weekend against Crystal Palace, so he's had a couple of days to rethink things and think, how do I leave this game on Tuesday night and not be 0-0 at Old Trafford? And his tactic is Fellaini. Now, he's one of the best coaches in the world, so you tell me a man who can't come up with a better tactic than just hoping.
Is he?
Then just hope. No, that's what he says. He goes that, right? So you got to think Mourinho's got a couple of days to change things, and the only tactic he can come up with is making Fellaini score a last-minute winner. Do you think that was really in his mind when he wrote down the team sheet and he wrote down his tactics and he sat in front of the home crowd, he sat in front of the dressing room and goes, boys, right, listen, leave it, Fellaini, last-minute winner, yeah? Good luck. That's not how it happened, is it? He just bottled it all the way to the end and Fellaini managed to bag it. He saved his backside there, Fellaini. And, you know, we give Fellaini some stick. He wasn't the best, but he's class. He pulled it out of the bag. And he's just proved his own wrong.
He controlled the ball with his hand. He swung his foot at it and it went in.
He scored the goal and that's all that matters. Go through to the next round, but, you know, it's going to be a long season, this.
Just seen United beat Young Boys 1-0 outside Old Trafford. Mate, what did you make of that?
I didn't think it was great, mate. I think we were lucky with the result, really. We're just not a great team. No connection between the players, really. I didn't like the celebration at the end. I don't think all the team were together. Yeah.
Does it feel like there's a lack of quality there, or what today?
There is a bit of lack of quality and cohesion. That's the main things, I think.
But we're better than them, aren't we, on paper? Like, surely there's something else going on.
I'm fed up with on paper because it doesn't mean a thing. It's all about the team and it's not really there.
Just seen Man United win 1-0 last minute, Gary. What do you make of the performance as a whole, though, man? I don't want to be too negative, but...
Well, tonight, terrible. They came here and we parked the bus. Simple. We don't park buses. Man U play striking at all times. He's got to go.
Do you think we parked the bus today?
I think we did park a bus.
But we created chances.
Yeah. But the way we played the past 2-3 weeks, terrible. We are now a force to go forward. With him involved, no chance.
Okay, although I maybe agree with the sentiment a little bit, but would you really say last few months our problem has been that we've parked the bus because we've conceded a hell of a lot of goals? I think that the issue is maybe we haven't been defending well enough, not that we've been defending too much. Or do you disagree?
Some parts I will disagree, but we're not the Man U going forward at the minute. We're Man United and we've parked the bus. It's got to stop. We're an attacking team. Was hopping from Cantona, Giggs, the lad. We're now terrible.
Okay, so tell me how you fix it then. You said, get rid of him. What do you do though? What do you do then?
I can't answer that question.
Well, then why would we get rid of him if you don't know what we're going to do after that?
Who else is out there? No one.
Well, why would you say we don't get rid of him then?
I'd say he's got to go.
Well then, all right, okay. But I think surely we need someone else in mind to actually replace him.
Anyone but him.
Anyone?
Anyone. He's terrible.
Okay, but like who? Sam Allardyce?
That's what. I can't answer that question.
Over the years, when Alex Ferguson was the manager, teams was afraid to come to Old Trafford. Now, teams come here expecting to get a result. I was expecting that team to score and win, but they didn't. Fellaini saved the day, and I was quite pleased at the end of the day because fans round about where I was sitting was leaving 10, 15 minutes before the game finished. The game's not finished, the last kick of the ball.
Exactly. Yeah. You think as Man United fans we'd know that, wouldn't you? It's weird because we've just won a game in the last minute, but I'm not proper ecstatic. Are you the same?
I'm not really that bothered. We've sealed qualification for Champions League now for the next round. All we needed is 10 points, or we needed both games to draw, which looked like what Mourinho was after. And as we could tell, it was a dull game, really dull game. I was just saying to him then, there was hardly anybody you could pick out who played really well. The only one who I could see who had okay spells in the game was Smalling for once, and that's only because young boys were to be honest.
Obviously, a lot of people will be happy with the actual result. Not an awful lot of people happy with the performance. Talk to me, what was the issue today? What was the main problem?
First of all, the positive is we won, but that's where the positivity stops. Overall, 80 minutes of football, I think we were really lackluster, really poor in some areas and didn't have any urgency. It's only like in tiny parts that I think, is it like we always like drawing nil at Old Trafford? Do we like losing here? I don't know. It's a weird thing. I'm confused by the way this club is being run right now. Now, I'm neither for nor against the manager. I'm going to support the team through and through, no matter what, because I love this club. I'll love it till I die. But if we keep playing like that, Palace and tonight, scraping 1-0 wins, I don't see us really challenging for anything beyond 8th position. That's a mistake.
What can you see us doing this season now, man? We're through the Champions League group, but you know, looking at the league and looking at how we've played today going forward.
First things first, David De Gea, muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. I have to say that. Now, to answer to your question, what we can do this season, personally for me, is trying to get further than the round of 16 in the Champions League and trying to get as close as we can to the top 4, because we're not getting in the top 4. To me, that's impossible. The way we play, I've heard people say that we're the new Arsenal. The way we're playing here at Old Trafford and away, sometimes we really are the new Arsenal. Speaking of which, they're coming here next week. And if we play like this, they are going to tear us apart, literally.
Arsenal don't play bad at home. They actually win games at home. They can actually slap the small teams all the time.
I'm talking about Arsenal from last season. We're the new Arsenal, do you know what I mean?
Okay. So, yeah, we won 1-0, positive. But you could see the second half was coming. The way it was, slow, lethargic, and I didn't understand the team. The team, you said it's a cup final, and you've got your main star on the bench. Alexis not even making the squad. Now, this is your cup final, so if you're telling me a cup final involves Fellaini, Matic in your midfield, then there is something definitely wrong with the manager. I don't know if he's trying to get the sack or he's trying to piss somebody off to get his millions so he can go. But for me, that performance is not a Man United performance, and I was very disappointed.
I just wanted to say, like, relating to the managers that are available right now, Conte and Zidane are, yes, really good candidates. But I know my brother has made some very good points. The one who was here just now, I can't remember his name, but he made some good points about, you know, about possibly sacking him. However, in my opinion, I see a better idea of hanging on to the end of the season, because we can't just jump ship on him immediately and then go haywire from there.
The problem is as well that the thing is about getting a new manager is I feel like if we were to sack him now, bring someone else in, that brings whoever comes in, they have a mammoth job because they have this season with only a January transfer window. Would we not rather wait till the end of the season?
What I would do is, if we were to sack Mourinho right now, what I would do is we either keep Carrick and McKenna until the end of the season, or you bring in Nicky Butt. And then next season, at the start of next season, you start fresh with someone new. Personally, I would go for Jardim, because he came in at Monaco and he's done some bits, and he knows Martial. He knows how to use him. So he would be someone that can come in and know how to use Martial, Sanchez if he stays, Lingard, players like that. He would know how to use them, because clearly Mourinho doesn't know how to use them, because he keeps taking Lingard off. That's the second game in a row now. He doesn't really trust Martial. He plays him because he scored a lot of goals these past games.
In the Premier League, so
that's the only reason why Martial's playing.
The way I see it is, these players, Rashford and Lingard, superstars for England, put on a United shirt, and it's like they got the ball and chain on. Huh? Listen. I'm not gonna lie. With Mourinho, I would literally just get rid of him, give it Carrick to the end of the season, because at least he knows the players. He's got the experience here. And then I'd push hard for Pochettino in the summer. I know he's got a long contract. But if we can get him, we've got good youth players as well that he would definitely bring through.
One more question. I know we're through to the last 16. Do you think we can go far in this competition? I don't see us getting past the quarterfinals, really.
But look, anything like the thing is, I've said in the past, and I don't want to sound too blindly optimistic here, but worse teams have won the Champions League. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much for chatting to us, man. Matt and Mark, just seen United beat Young Boys 1-0. It's weird, we've just seen United win in the last minute, but I'm not running around like an idiot. I'm not that excited. Why?
Because that was awful. It was terrible. There's no width. It seems like they don't understand what they're doing. They have no idea. Let's look at City, right? Kyle Walker, Benjamin Mendy. They're pushed so far wide. They're making the gaps. Why does David Silva and Gundogan score goals? Because there's gaps. Midfield runners. Why is Shaw so far tucked in? Why is Valencia tucked in? Why don't they know what the byline is? That's what I want to know.
Why actually do you think that is? Do you think that it's the manager, or?
It has to be. It has to be. It can't be the players. It has to be the manager. It's happened so many times. There's a common denominator, and it has to be Jose's tactics. It has to be. I think looking back at Chelsea and Azpilicueta and how they were tucked in, that's how he plays. That's it.
And we're watching them today. Our players, on paper, compared to theirs, they're better players. So where is the problem today? What was it about the way we were playing where it just seemed like we didn't seem confident we were going to win?
No, well, I don't want to I kind of agree with what Matt's saying about Jose. It has to come from the manager. It has to come from the top. You're the one leading people. It doesn't matter if it's football or a job or whatever. You're the one at the top leading, right? There seems to be no passion or desire. I'm watching it at 4 minutes to go, and we're just dilly-dallying about. There's no sort of like keen in someone's face, just pushing them over. Give me the ball. I want it. I'm not seeing any of that.
So you're saying there's almost a lack of. I know this word has been brought up a lot this season, but leadership in the team and a lack of.
I'd say there's a lack of identity.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say when Fergie came in, what was his thing? Let's knock them off their perch. We've done that, and then they've suddenly gone. Oh well, we're done there. I reckon Klopp's walked into that Liverpool change room and gone, let's get the perch back. They have something to fight for. What's Jose said to him? Nothing. They've got nothing to fight. Look at Sanchez, 500 grand a week. What's he done? Nothing. He's got nothing to play for. Needs someone to give him something to play for. Nothing.
We should be saying we've lost a bit of pride the last 2 or 3 seasons since Alex has gone, let's be honest. That's what we should be fighting for, is getting that pride, getting that identity back. When Man United, people should be fearing us, they're not.
Although I agree, and I'm not trying to play devil's advocate too much, I agree that it is the manager's job to instill that in the players a little bit. However, these players are playing for Manchester United at Old Trafford in a game where if you win, it didn't look like we were going to win for a lot of that game, but it was a game that if we won, we're through to the next round of the Champions League. That's huge. These footballers should surely be able to motivate themselves.
I think, the state of affairs, it shouldn't be Fellaini being the match winner and being the best player. Almost. Yeah. You're almost walking off going, he did all right.
I mean, what did he have out of 10 as well? Yeah. Like a 6 out of 10. Yeah. The best player.
He's done all right. It shouldn't be that. He's crap. He's crap. But he's there. He's done it.
Man of the match.
I don't know. I thought Fred looked really good before he came on. Yeah, Jones was really good. Yeah, probably Jones. Except he shouldn't be making crosses. He should not be right on crossing. That was ridiculous. I don't think anybody wanted to take responsibility today, to be honest. In the first half, Rashford was coming down the right-hand side, cut in. You're thinking, all right, shoot. And he takes a touch. You're thinking, all right, shoot. Takes another touch. You think, all right, shoot. And then he turns around and passes it. Fred was the same a couple of times. Just Martial, just passing it off. It didn't like they were like, I'd rather not miss, so I just pass it off. Nobody taking responsibility. But we love United. I think any fans that boo, I was here for the Palace game on Saturday, booing at the end. Win, lose or draw, we love United. Fans that can't stay until the 90th minute, give your ticket to somebody that will stay to the 90th minute. Like, I can't get on a season ticket. I'm a member. I try and get tickets for me and my lad every single week. And yet there's people that won't even stay for the whole 90 minutes. Don't come then. If you don't want to, you can't expect the players to be passionate if you're not going to be passionate. There's people sat around where I sat today. My 6-year-old boy is making more noise than grown-ass men. So.
It is right. I mean, people obviously complain about what's actually happening on the pitch and say that's the reason that the atmosphere is bad. But the atmosphere has been bad here for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you go to Palace or Bournemouth or Burnley. Their fans are singing. Their fans are chanting. Like, we turned up and we expect to win, so we're not willing to sing. It's ridiculous. We should be behind the team no matter what. I was here for the Spurs game, and I was proud to be a United fan that when that third goal went in, the whole crowd started chanting, United, United, United. And that's how it should be, all the time.
Zion, just seen United win 1-0 against Young Boys. Have you got a man of the match there, mate?
Yeah, I think Fellaini did quite well, scoring the winner, playing a good few passes, but we got to be better than that. Like, we were lucky to not lose. De Gea made a great save, but we beat Young Boys 3-0 in the away leg. We're at home. It's meant to be home advantage. Come on, we got to win. We got to score more goals.
Just a lack of confidence just today, do you think, from United?
No, I don't think it's confidence. It's more the players are too scared to take a risk. Of you've seen it. Fred missed a few shots, got pulled off. So the players want to play the 90 minutes. So what do you expect?
We've seen some people out here say that we're one of the worst teams going into the next round of the Champions League. Do you think that that's true? And how far do you think we can get in it this season?
No, I don't think we're the worst team in the Champions League because we've only lost one game so far. So we can't be that bad. So we've got to have a bit of hope. Hopefully we'll make it through. The group with Lokomotiv Moscow and the other dead teams, hopefully we'll play them.